Have you ever wondered about the forbidden arts, the whispers of dark magic that echo through history? It's a topic that has fascinated and terrified us for centuries. But where did it all begin? Let's dive into the shadows. The concept of black magic isn't as old as you might think. Ancient civilizations didn't really distinguish between good and bad magic. In ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, magic was a tool, a way to interact with gods and spirits to influence the world. Priests and magicians performed rituals for healing, protection, or cursing enemies. It was all just magic. The line was blurry. A spell to protect your crops was seen as just as valid as a curse to harm your rivals. The idea of a strict divide really took shape with the rise of Abrahamic religions. Think about the story of Simon Magus in the New Testament, who tried to buy divine power. This was one of the first times magic was framed as something illegitimate, something separate from holy power. Things really escalated in the European Middle Ages. The Church's power grew, and anything outside its doctrine was viewed with suspicion. This is when the term black magic, or nigromancy, often confused with necromancy, the art of communicating with the dead, became widespread. The famous Malleus Maleficarum, or Hammer of Witches, published in 1487, became a bestseller. It was a terrifying guidebook for witch hunters, claiming that witches made pacts with the devil to gain their powers. This fueled the devastating witch trials across Europe and even in colonial America, where between the 15th and 18th centuries, an estimated 40,000 to 50,000 people were executed. These were often just folk healers, midwives, or people who were simply different. Then came the Renaissance, a time of renewed interest in ancient knowledge. Figures like John Dee, an advisor to Queen Elizabeth I, and the infamous Aleister Crowley centuries later, blurred the lines. They practiced ceremonial magic, summoning angels and demons not necessarily for evil, but for knowledge and power. Crowley's philosophy of do what thou wilt is often misunderstood as a call for chaos. But for him, it was about discovering one's true purpose. Still, his reputation cemented the modern image of the dark magician. So that brings us to the big question. Does black magic exist today? Well, if you're picturing people shooting fireballs from their hands, then probably not. But the belief in it? Absolutely. In many cultures around the world, curses and malevolent spells are a very real part of daily life. Voodoo, hoodoo, and various folk traditions have practices that can be used to harm others. Think of the evil eye, a belief found across dozens of cultures that a malicious glare can bring misfortune. People still use talismans and prayers to protect themselves from it. In the Western world, you'll find modern occultists and ceremonial magicians who do work with what they call the left-hand path. For many of them, it's not about causing harm, but about self-empowerment, breaking taboos and embracing the individual will, even the darker parts of the psyche. It's more psychological and philosophical. So, does black magic exist? My take is this. The power of belief is incredibly strong. If someone truly believes they are cursed, their mind and body can manifest real negative symptoms. It's a psychological phenomenon known as the nocebo effect, the opposite of the placebo effect. A curse might work not because of supernatural forces, but because it convinces the victim that it will. So while the Hollywood version of dark magic might be fantasy, the human belief in it and the real-world consequences of that belief are undeniably still with us. It's a dark reflection of our own fears, desires, and the immense power of the human mind. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the unexplained.